character in this game is good.
Yes.
Okay, you're gonna have some that have some deficiencies, but just because they're not as prominent doesn't mean that they're not good, but they're going to take a little bit longer to get to where they need to be, you know, to really get those tools out. So I feel like Bayo's on the way, but it's going to take just a little bit longer. And I want to see this Bayo play coming over here. I don't like the decision of going too high up, giving the opportunity for Wolf to catch that landing.
Yes,
but you know what? Got the opening, and let's see how long JB
double back air, very good. Again, you got to use those platforms to your advantage, and I like that. Understand that it's not going to be enough to get Wolf off stage, so I need to use my bullet climax to kind of pin him down right there at the ledge so I can keep applying pressure properly. And yes, Bayonetta should not be off her feet a lot versus Wolf. Wolf has the ability to get up there with up air, forward air, whatever the case may be, and punish. And then on top of that, as you know, the more Bayonetta does, the longer the landing lag. And Wolf is just like, oh, she's spitting. I want to deal with that.
She did.
Yeah, she did. Let me show you what this up smash is talking about.
All right, trying to read the roll get up there. Not going to take it for sure. I like the patience coming in from GBPaul, not really overextending, just kind of respecting, getting the damage done, seeing where the landing's in, learning the habits of the opponent, and then taking advantage about it. And I like the spacing too, just staying out of the range of the claws, except in that one situation.
That's right.
And trying to expose it, and again, forcing these shields and just kind of getting these grabs, putting them in a bad situation.
Yes, and again, you know, another thing too is that Bayonetta doesn't really have the luxury of trading with Wolf. You know, you see some of these dash attack attempts, you see some of these awkward trades in the air. You know, Wolf is benefiting just a little bit more than Bayonetta is, and I'm kind of being a little too nice right there. You know, you have to figure out how to pin Wolf down right there. And as you can see, speaking of being pinned down, catches the neutral getter right off the stage, or excuse me, right off the ledge. It's the forward throw.
Oh, honey, you never jump against Palutena. That's a tip for you guys at home with your notebooks out. And now we got a Palu Ditto, and it's the same thing that applies here. If you're over this character, you are getting up air, you are getting nared. Unless you're going to use Gimmer's trick of just hopping, but to do that very quickly and in the moment of Smash tournaments, it's a little bit harder.
That's a little easier said than done, if I may say so myself. But as you can see right here, obviously both of these two players very well aware of what the character can do. So when you're stuck in a diddle like this, now it's not a matter of, I know my character's tools. Yes, you know them. Yes, your opponent knows them. But do they know the you matchup? Now you got to bring something a little different to the table to really shake things up for the opponent.
Definitely. And we're seeing a very prominent Palutena play coming in from snowblack. Had such a huge lead in terms of combo and pressure, bringing it all the way up to 102%. And that's massive. But now we have an edge guard situation from the other Palutena. Paul trying to get himself in, but gave him just a little bit too much room. Now snowblack having the stage back, but once again trying to corner him again.
Oh, the auto reticle doesn't quite get anything off it. Now I like this option, pin him down right here at the ledge, using the forward tilt right into the turnaround explosive flame. You sneaky man, I like that. Just when you thought he was going to apply some physical pressure, you have got to keep in mind auto reticle can keep you off stage, and of course explosive flame can do everything in the world but pay your taxes. Oh!
Okay, so people still have to keep in mind that in this game, just like Smash 4, Palutena has a little bit of extra frames when it comes to neutral get-upping. So you just got to keep in mind a little bit longer before you go ahead and get a grab.
The nair from underneath. I like the sharking. I love the pressure as well. Showing yourself a lot of respect right here and keeping this match very close to parry. But again, like I said before, a lot of respect being shown. He said, I'm just going to force the neutral reset.
This is a great adaptation coming in from Paul. You know, started out a little bit behind and now brought it without even getting hit once in about 2 minutes now.
Now, you can even tell he was a little confused right there. Like, did you just really explosive flame in my face? You know better than that. Yes, and then I love the up tilt right there at the ledge. Very sneaky option. Very deceptively good. Comes out very quick and covers options off the ledge.
Yeah, let's not forget about that buff. You know, Palutena has recently had some nerfs just come to her arsenal, but as well as a buff, that up tilt being one of them. And that people have to get used to that new hit. But let me tell you about that booty.
That booty.
It's going to hit you quite hard. And now we got Game & Watch and Peach. This is not a good matchup for Peach. And we've seen this time and time again between Meister and Samsora over and over again. The problem is, how does Peach get on to Game & Watch safely without having him escape?
And then anti-airing a lot of her floating in because, you know, she'll float right over him, miss, boom, short hop up air comes out, short hop nair. Nice, there's the back air. Now we get it, and he lands as well, too, trying to force some more pressure off stage. Of course, GBPaul, excuse me, not GBPaul, but snowblack not having any of it, just floats right back towards the middle. As you know, Peach can kind of apply some great pressure off stage and at the ledge, but Game & Watch is a slightly different story here.
Yeah, let's have a little reminder that Game & Watch is quite light, so a little bit on edge game can cause him to get in quite a bad position and lose a stock quite early, but that nair coming into play, let's see if we can get some up air strings. Yes, he does. Paul now bringing in the damage. The crowd is on his side. Let's see if it's going to give him kind of some energy here to bring this in. Oh my God! He grabbed it. He stole that. The right spacing at the right time. That down smash gonna go ahead and clip. Follow up with that up smash. Always that guaranteed kill around 80%. Rod, that was a beautiful steal.
That was just, oh my God, that was just Game & Watch Peach 101. I know we talked about this matchup time and time again, and we've seen it over a multitude of events. Meister, Samsor. The matchup doesn't change just because it's Meister and Samsor. It stays the same and it remains the same for other players as well, too. That was just very, very just fine, conditioning. And then finding that one small window. I mean, especially in a moment like that where percents are starting to climb, Peach is starting to figure things out. We're applying some pressure. You found that one opening and close it out. I can hang that one up on the fridge. That's something to brag about.
Yes, and I feel like it really came down to the order that he chose. It worked so well, right?
Yes,
You opened up with the Bayonetta, had so much percent done, because even if Bayonetta is going to struggle getting the kill, she's still going to get so much damage so quick. So if that happens, Palutena will be right there right after to get that stock and then follow up with more damage. And then Game & Watch is that perfect character to escape, get damage done, and get the final kill.
Yes, and now we got a blast from the pass right here, but not too far into the pass, just like 30 seconds ago.
Did you see that bucket?
Yeah, that bucket was like, why? You know what I'm saying?
Right away in the beginning, and it worked too. It was 11% of a bucket hit. So.
Oh wow! And snowblack right here, a little bit more comfortable, starting to find himself a little bit more in this matchup. Oh no goodness! Okay, very good hits to Mary Poppins immediately back to the ledge, and I love the fact that that parasol goes through the ledge right there. That was a re-grab option, and you can definitely tell GBPaul was looking for the punish immediately. Okay, Nair to up here. I love the sharking from up underneath. I'm starting to hear the jaw steam come out.
All right, finally finding his footing. I think Paul looking for a way to land, puts himself back into the air, and so much pressure from snowblack at the moment, just kind of naring shield, not really having him being able to up B and really find himself in a good position, but finally finds his way into the center. Let's see if now he can start getting some damage, which he does with the beautiful sausage and bacon.
Oh, yes.
I miss breakfast.
I definitely miss breakfast as well, too. But shout out to Vasev, gave us this wonderful food voucher, so I know we're gonna eat here pretty soon. All right, but both of these two players certainly eating as well, too, but it looks like it is actually snowblack who is eating up these stocks here in this percent. As you can see right here, hits him with the chair, finds himself off a stage, and again, the meat. Just tossing it out at him.
This is the exact same situation we saw last game, where Peach had...
Sir, the Matrix reloaded. That was the Matrix.
That down tilt barely missing, and unfortunately that's going to give a stock here to snowblack, but that's a big opportunity. Oh, the air dodge, and there it is again. The buffering, kind of just trying to get through that situation, and ends up directionally air dodging. And this is a big moment for Bayonetta now to get that damage, because this is the same situation that we saw in stock 1.
Now look, when Bayonetta is jabbing you have got just let her finish it, okay? Like this is your fault. You got yourself jabbed. Let her finish animation. Don't try to mash out of that, especially off stage. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, did not snap with the afterburner kick. And, of course, Wolf is going to make you pay, unfortunately, with your life there. Palutena all by her lonesome has to deal with this wonderful space creature we know as Wolf O'Donnell.
And don't forget, we still have another Palutena on the side here. Snowblack, being a Palutena main, is going to be very aware of what Palutena wants. He's going to know, okay, what is Palutena uncomfortable with? And of course, that is pressure. Pressuring Palutena is definitely key, and getting in on her. And we're seeing that right now, the constant pressure and stage control that he has with great stuff.
Oh, I thought he was actually going to go for the explosive flame ladder right there. Actually decided just to go for some safe damage. Not looking to do too much. He's an auto reticle.
We love down tilts.
But how did he know that he was going to actually go for dash attack and not because usually after down tilts back or forward, he knew to directional air dodge in immediately to avoid dash attack. That was actually some smart gameplay right there.
Okay, if he can take this stock, that's a first that I've seen that. How did he know? And I feel like he knew because Wolf has been... Snowblack has been kind of using that recovery over and over and over. So this time, Paul was ready to just pop that out and bring this back. But this could be...
No way. Oh, my goodness. That would have been a...
There it is again.
Yes, the nutritive looking for the back. That's a very sneaky option right there. Another sneaky option is explosive flame, closing out of that game right there.
Do you remember how threatening that move was when this game came out and how people just didn't know how to deal with it?
We had no answers. We were just like, what the hell is this move? Sakurai, what have you done?
Yeah, this is one of the characters that has a complete new moveset, She was very based in Smash 4 to go with the customs, and because of customs being removed in this game, they felt her current moveset just didn't cut her, and they really gave her a new moveset that kind of mixes all of those customs together and did a great job at just making such a, prominent character who has such great matchups, such great tools and frame data that we've just seen here, and little sneaky kills like that. Yeah,
because she needed a lot of help back in Smash 4. I mean, I think like the biggest thing that character had done, period, I think in Smash 4 was, who was that beat Zero as CEO? He played Palutena. But just in terms of,
I remember so well, and I can't remember the name.
I remember the face, not the name. And of course, I don't want to be mean and describe the player because that's not right. But I remember the face, can't remember the name. But that was like the most anything that character had done ever. And I'm like, this character needs a lot of help. I'm a firm believer that characters with jab to grab, you cannot make those characters good. Look at what we did with Mewtwo. Mewtwo had one jab, boom, grab, then buff, character got ridiculous. Same with Palutena. His character has jab to grab, beats you down up close, and then, of course, creates the distance with explosive flame like you talked about.
That's
auto reticle. This character has all her bases covered. Could kind of struggle to kill depending on who you ask. You didn't hear that from Uncle Rod, but, you know, if played properly, this character can be a very, very fearsome thing to deal with.
Definitely. And now we're seeing a new character coming in on Paul's side. He's actually bringing out the Joker, and I think that's a fantastic approach to manage maybe the Peach more, because even though we had Game & Watch that was doing so well against Peach, he was never really in the lead. And I feel like Joker would do a great job of just catching those landings from Peach, really pushing her to the side. So really great switch here. I think it's going to come into play, especially as that last character. Yes,
and we'll see if we can even get that far right here, because with the way that this match is going, I mean, you know, this is looking like anything but right now. But gets the neutral, get up, catches them with the grab, and I like that. Using that down smash, just even if it doesn't connect, at least sending the message. You need to watch how you recover, because I'm looking for it. Goes for the high recovery, and I love the coverage right there with dash attack. That's what you do. You have to force poor options from your opponent.
Exactly. Wolf having just one of the best edge guarding games in the game, and you know, showing that, but great patience on waiting for what position that snowblack was going to do, forcing the air dodge. Let's see if we can keep this up. Gets the grab on edge. This is a big situation. Goes for the down tilt, but misses.
Yes, and I love that down tilt option. Again, getting so much off of it in that last game. Not quite getting the down tilt in the back air forward like we've seen typically from Palutena, but getting like, oh, yes. Yes, that move lasts a little bit longer than what you probably expected right there. Unfortunately, we're having Wolf for dinner.
But that slap, you know, not only having Wolf for dinner, but yo, sending the Angels to hell. Peach does indeed. But now we're back to this matchup again. Game & Watch and Peach, the kind of, and there you go, the ups B getting him out of that situation. I'm not dealing with that. You know, you could do that to any other person in the roster, but not me. I made a paper.
That's right. So I'm getting the hell up out of here and as quickly as possible. Quick frames indeed. Okay, where are we going right? Oh, did you just roll into Game & Watch? Crazy, 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 crazy. But maybe didn't want to jump because you knew that the meat was coming.
One thing that has been so consistent in Paul's play is how grounded he's been and just how prominent he's been on edge. He is so good at trying to force decisions from the opponent on how to get up and then blocking them and forcing them into that option. And he's so, he racked up like 100% just by edge guarding. And sometimes that's so important to know, because you cannot know any combos in this game at all. But if you're good at edge guarding and keeping your opponent cornered, you're probably going to take this game. And we're seeing that over and over again from Paul.
He said, I heard we're in Detroit, so I'm bringing the hammer with me, boy. Now, see, here's the thing. Leffen said it. You know, maybe edge guarding, ledge trapping is a little bit better than trying to go off stage and trying to hit the opponent.
Yes.
And I think that case right there kind of speaks volume. Goodbye. That's going to do it right there. And the crowd erupts right here. Again, bringing the fire early on. It's just Frostbite. It's just pools.